The other team that's there that I feel like no one's talking about, and I think that's a good segue into this next fixture too. Hoffenheim. I
Yeah.
mean, they're right there. And it seems like everybody's counting them out. They've hung around. They picked up points again this week. A phenomenal play by Bebou, just fighting through traffic and tucking it away. They're a sleeper to me. I mean, they're right there, really right there, like knocking on the door.
Yeah, well, I mean, sitting there with the right amount of points, they're just out on goal differential.
Yeah. Oh, it's true. Yeah. And again, I think Steven brought up a good point there. Is Wolfsburg's defense time and time again this season has bailed them out, and that's the reason why they're sitting on that 5, which is by far the best out of anybody that would compete with them. So if
Wolfsburg has a
they do have Bayern. Yeah, they've got some tough fixtures, but again,
yeah, I mean they were able to beat Leverkusen 4-1. So
right. But anybody, no love for Hoffenheim. I mean, we continue to say it. I have thought that they would be a team right there below Europe. I thought that was safe for them to settle for. You're not, I just didn't see Europe in the future this season.
Given those 3 teams schedule, I would, given who they're playing, maybe Hoffenheim will get the edge just based on who their remaining games are against.
Out of Wolfsburg, Hoffenheim, and Hertha.
Yeah, because Wolfsburg has, they're playing like Gladbach, Bayern.
They got a tough stretch.
Yeah. Hoffenheim, their biggest game is Leipzig, I think. Leipzig and Dortmund. And then Hertha has they just have a murderous row as well to end the season. But I mean, obviously you can't just look at the schedule because of the way the league is.
Yeah.
But I mean, on paper, Hoffenheim has the easier schedule down the stretch. On paper.
Right. Yeah, and I like that. I mean, you really can't, and that's why I always say in the show we'll sit here and talk about, weeks out.
Yeah.
Totally different stuff happens. It's hard enough even talking about this next match day, let alone that far out. But good points, Life. I mean, I like it. Now, anything else from the Hoffenheim Mainz? I mean, and then we'll dig into
Mainz needs to get their act together too, where they're going to find themselves in danger.
It's funny. I feel like I kind of jinxed them because I think a couple shows ago I said that they look like the team that would be safe down there with those teams that are fighting down at relegation. And since then they have not looked pretty. And Werder's been climbing. We'll talk about them in just a second. Dusseldorf has looked like a pretty darn good team. I mean, Paul Lee, switching over to you. You think Mainz are in trouble with relegation here?
Unless they turn things around and just gain some sort of foothold with a strong defense and a desire to put lots of goals in the net, then yeah, they're going to look at probably being in the bottom 3 or just or saying goodbye in the league.
Yeah, because Bremen is only 3 points behind, and Düsseldorf is only 1 point behind.
Bremen safe. I'm speaking in existence now. They have the hunger back. The hunger's back.
And they have a game in hand.
I mean, we got to talk about these players like Quezon. I mean,
yeah,
you can't stay on that side. Like, I don't see Mainz. They're in trouble. But we won't go that far. I mean, they're not quite there yet, but the warning bells.
I think those 4 are your relegation candidates right there.
Yeah,
I don't see anybody else falling that far.
Well, we do have someone's on the phone from Gelsenkirchen.